lunches. They're acting as a family. They're going to get pizza. They're eating hamburgers and drinking beers. They're not wearing shirts. They're pushing strollers around. They're eye reporters. And they're everywhere. Eye reporters Matt and Amy Boggs say they were shooting video during a tornado warning when they captured this lightning bolt striking the Ohio River in Greenup, Kentucky. After they caught the strike on tape, Matt's sister-in-law urged them to send it in to CNN's Eye Report. Clearly, she's a very smart woman. Eye reporter Lester Crawford sent us this video he captured on a surveillance camera. Oops, maybe the postal employee forgot he wasn't delivering newspapers anymore. Lester tells us that inside the box was a ceramic drummer from his sister. Needless to say, it was shattered. Crawford says postal officials told him they can't replace the item because the package wasn't insured. Officials say they are looking into the incident, which they were not aware of until CNN called. They insist all postal employees are instructed to handle mail with the utmost care. And although this may be an isolated incident and not a fair portrayal of the U.S. Postal Service, we are sure glad it was captured on tape. Don't worry, honey. It's just another tornado. Yes, they just don't stop coming.
Oh, that thing's pretty close.
Here, one is seen just south of Chicago, the Windy City. No kidding.
Wow.
This video was shot by eye reporter Bob Potempa.
Look at all that debris.
This year is on its way to becoming a record setter for tornadoes.
Sorry to wake you up like that, dear.
No, not at all.
If Caddyshack taught us anything, the golf course can be a hazardous place. Just ask Robert Goss and Jason Aston of Sterling Heights, Michigan.
We were enjoying a game of golf, and all of a sudden the sky was completely black.
Despite the threatening skies, our dynamic duo just had to get one more shot in.
All of a sudden, debris, branches, leaves were flying in the sky. All I heard was this crackle, and this tree crashed right over our golf cart, missed me by 2 feet, missed Jason by 1 foot. I thought we were going to die.
They made it off the course in one piece and returned to the gruesome scene for a group shot. A souvenir from a round they'll never forget. Not long ago, she was smoking 2 packs a day and could barely walk into the kitchen without getting winded. Now, Jean Stewicki is a world record holder. And no, not for smoking. Jean was in her early 40s, smoking heavily, and her health was failing. She decided to do something about it, so she quit smoking and started exercising to keep from gaining weight. She soon became a marathon runner and an outdoor adventurer. Jean Stewicki's perseverance paid off. When she stood on top of the tallest mountain in the world, she fell into the record books. Jean has just entered the Guinness Book of World Records for being the oldest woman to summit the world's 7 highest peaks and the oldest woman to complete marathons on all 7 continents. Hey, Jean, thanks for joining us on News to Me. All right, to do all 7 continents, you had to do a marathon in Antarctica. What was that like?
It was marathon distance, but it was more of an adventure race. It was 40-knot winds, 15 degrees. It was so cold. We were running across mud flats, over glaciers, over ice, snow. It was amazing.
Let's go ahead and fast forward. How do you go from running marathons on continents to summiting Everest?
It's all about endurance. It's about pushing yourself to the absolute limits, about tiring yourself out and then continuing to go long after you want to give up and sit down.
You're injured because of Everest, aren't you? Did you fall into a crevasse?
Well, I actually, as I was coming down from Everest on the Hillary step, I caught a crampon on one of the rocks and I fell over the side of Everest. And I was hanging by a rope in a carabiner, which was a very frightening moment for me because below my feet was a 5,000-foot drop down to China. So I was swinging in the air for a few seconds before I finally grabbed every rope I could and tried to swing myself back on the mountain, and one of the Sherpas grabbed me and pulled me back on. That was a frightening moment for me. But then when I got to Camp 2, I was on a rope team, and I fell in a crevasse, and I kind of wrenched my knee. And I believe that nobody should give up their dreams. I mean, just because you turn 50 doesn't mean that you can't climb Everest. You still can.
Up next, This man is looking to solve a mystery.
Not only do I want it, I need it.
He wants you to help him out. Oh, and it may be profitable. An up-and-coming country music star hunts tornadoes and finds one. This is a wacky and fun recreation. It could kill you. Here